What's going on, everyone? This is SLC. So I want to make this video to talk about, in the previous video, it's about 4 minutes and 18 seconds, about 4 minutes and 17 seconds. It's again repeating biohack an infinite number of times. What I said in that video is I used the wrong word. Well, not wrong, you could say I used an improper word, however you want to call it. I used the word earthlings. Here's the thing though, is that we're not. We're cyborgs. Let me explain the definition of cyborg. The definition of cyborg is being integrated with technology. What is technology? It is the science of tech. What is tech? It is unorganic matter. However, here's the thing, is that everything technically is organic. Let me explain. Again, on my journey of biohacking, what people will realize and what us as cyborgs will realize is that we are integrated with everything. Why? Everything is matter. Matter can either be created or destroyed, right? So if that's the case, then biohacking is everything, encompassing, right? And the mastery of these three laws is the mastery of biohacking. The law of synchronicity. The law of synchronicity states that the electrical signals in our brain are able to pass through space into one another's electrical synapses. Again, we're cyborgs, right? And what's going to happen is, because we're cyborgs and we're integrating with technology, the law of synchronicity is going to scale and it's going to move rapider. What that means is that with finesse and with ease, the electrical synapses between one another is going to move with less friction. The law of Googleplex. The law of Googleplex states that with an infinite number of possibilities, there's also an infinite number of unpossibilities. The reason why this is important is because you don't need to fear failure. Failure is a social construct. Does that make sense? With the law of Googleplex, since there's an infinite number of possibilities, as well as an infinite number of unpossibilities, you don't need to fear failure, because every time you try, it's just you trying. The law of the ether. What is beyond the metaphysical? The ether. So, within this physical shell that all cyborgs live in, there's a realm beyond us, right? So if let's say there's a plane of existence and cyborgs are living on this plane of existence, there's another plane of existence encompassing it. That's the ether. The law of the ether states that within any given situation, there are powers beyond us. There are powers within the ether, right? And the law of the ether is explaining that with any given situation, there's nothing beyond that's encompassing. The reason why this is important is because in terms of manifestation, in terms of aspirations, by you thinking it, you've already done it. That's the ether. You understand what I'm saying? The literal electrical synapses, by us thinking it, it has already happened. Let me explain. The unconscious mind is not able to process an event that has occurred versus an event that has been visualized. That is the ether right there. An event that has been visualized, an event that has been an actual event that has actually happened. The human unconscious mind, the cyborg's unconscious mind doesn't know the difference. That's the ether. By you thinking it, literally just by thinking it, it has already happened. Why? Because within the ether that's moving, right? Within the ether that's encompassing it, just by you thinking it, it has already happened. Just let that process. I'm gonna keep on saying it a couple times to let that process for everyone, okay? Within the law of the ether, just by us as cyborgs thinking it, it has already happened. In the encompass, in the ether moving, just by us thinking it, it has already happened. That is the law of the ether, right? So let me continue to talking about earlier how I mentioned what I wanted to say in my earlier video was, instead of saying the word earthling, I wanted to say the word cyborg. Why is this important? Because within this shell, within this physical shell, our existence is more than just this oval rock sphere that we're on. Our existence is galaxies. Our existence is, again, galaxies. So if that's the case, since we're cyborgs, and since cyborgs is integrating with technology, what's gonna happen is, as cyborgs level up, we're gonna continue to dominate. You could say integrate. We're gonna continue to integrate. I don't want to say dominate because I feel like the word dominate is overpowering. What I am trying to say is integration. As cyborgs are gonna level up, the rest of the galaxies and the rest of the universe are gonna integrate with us, right? So with the three laws, the law of synchronicity, as cyborgs are leveling up, the universe is also leveling up with us. The laws of googolplex, every infinite possibility and also infinite unpossibility, the universe is also cycling within that motion. Finally, the law of the ether, as cyborgs are leveling up, just by us thinking it, it has already happened, and that the universe is going to catch up after. So, what I am trying to say, and on this journey of googolplex 1, it is to understand what it is a cyborg is, what it is that what we are is that we are cyborgs. Then after that maneuver within, literally, after that maneuver within, what will happen is cyborgs, we will be able to move freely. And on this journey that I am on, what I understand is that the infinite number of possibilities, the infinite number of wealth, it's gonna come from a couple things. Number one is Apple Pay, right? Bless up to the creator of Apple, RIP to his soul, and may he, prosper in the next life. What I'm trying to say is, within the power of Apple Pay and the Apple ecosystem, it's just gonna scale infinitely, right? And it's a curved scale. So with that being said, on this curved scale, on top of Apple Pay, right, because of the sheer volume, and on top of googolplex 1. The reason why googolplex 1 is important is because the base level of 1 is already on a different playing field. You guys understand that the value of 1 is absolutely insane. The number for 1 is so volume, there's so much volume in 1 that people that are integrated with it and have grown up with 1 and are used to it, their brains are already wired differently than everyone else. So the rest of the spherical rock, right, the rest of us, we're catching up to people that are used to 1, right? So within Apple Pay, within Apple Pay plus googolplex 1, right? We'll say this is a G, W, right? Within that aspect, the literal trajectory and having the world mold to me, how can I say this? That sounds a little bit off. the literal trajectory and having the ether integrate with me is going to be otherworldly. It's going to be unfathomable. So for those of you, there's one of the videos that I posted a while back where I talk about people that are on this journey with me. Everyone that is a cyborg, which is all of us, are all on this journey with me. You guys don't even realize it yet. However, because of the law of synchronicity and because things are happening cyclically, because things are happening in a cycle, and because of the laws of Googleplex, where there's an infinite possibilities as well as an infinite number of unpossibilities, finally with the laws of the ether, what will happen is that we will be able to tap into So everyone, my name is SLC, and this video definitely helps.